All right, we're live. Cool. Don't know where anybody else is.
Four minutes until showtime.
Tactical nuke!
Cool. All right.
3 minutes until showtime.
What up?
What's up? Ugh. Oh, Lordy. I was falling asleep. I didn't even realize what time it was. So what's on the agenda for tonight?
Sent you the stuff for football that we're doing, and then
I can't read that writing you have on that paper. It's too small. I can't read it.
you can zoom in on it.
Had that, and I'm pissed off because I sent a price to TJ for that DVD.
Yeah.
And he basically laughed at me. He goes, "How can I justify charging that much for doing all the work I did?"
2 minutes until showtime.
So it kind of dickhead-ish on me. So I could just say, I'll just turn around and say, you know what? If you don't want it, I own it. You can't touch it. Technically, it's mine. He didn't pay me for it, so technically it's mine, not his.
There's a lot of legality there that I'm not talking about over the air.
Whatever. I mean, production-wise, all of that's on me. So, whatever. It's what it is. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not even going to bother with it. I'm just going to let it go. So, it'll be what it'll be. So, I have a lot more important things to worry about than that. Found a new doctor to go to.
Yeah.
1 minute until showtime.
I have to call them tomorrow to make an appointment to go have my knee checked out. I have to go to the dentist because I have a tooth that's on its way out. So I got a lot more important things to worry about than a DVD from some wrestler. But it is what it is. Is Ryan working tonight?
No, he should be home any minute, so... He should be home any minute and joining us. All right, 20 seconds. Why the hell are they wearing all black not on a Friday? That's weird.
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that too.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tactical nuke incoming!
welcome to another episode of The Betting Window on the Nerdport Network. I am your host, F. and Ronnie, and with me, as always...
We got to change that to Joe Hendry's, that say it name and he appears, because that Robert Roode ain't cutting it no more, but I am the zombie master.
Yeah, well, until I get the time to actually change some stuff, because I am changing the intro to something different. But with that...
Say his name and we appear.
Welcome to the... Oh, God damn it. Welcome to the Nerdport Network and the Betting Window. As we said, if this is your first time joining us, welcome. If it is not, this is a betting podcast and sports news podcast where we dive into good, the bad, and the what the fuck was that in the wide world of sports and sports betting in, well, the East Coast. There's the Vegas stuff. We stick to the East Coast.
Or the
And
Atlantic City type deal, yeah.
I mean, it's not just AC anymore for gambling. You got Delaware, you got PA, you got Illinois, St. Louis. But we stay away from
the Mets are losing 2-1 now.
yeah.
I turned it off. It was 1-0. Oh.
But on today's show, we're going to talk some news, some baseball stuff, some Olympics news. That's actually a big fucking deal going on right now because we're closing in on the Olympics. We have some updates to some old stories that we've talked about in the past, as well as the Mountain West, the Pac-2 / Notre Dame and Independence with the AFC South. Those will be our previews for today. Christian and Chris will be joining us later for that.
In other words, but if you want to, are we starting baseball or no?
Yeah. We're starting baseball.
So Pete Alonso did get named to the All-Star team, and Francisco Lindor and Brandon Nimmo got the big old Liberace from the All-Star committee.
So
And if you get what I mean by the old Liberace,
yeah, yes, darling, the old Liberace.
which is really sucky because Brandon Nimmo and Lindor are absolutely killing it right now, and both of them got snubbed.
Here we go. Skeens. Here we go.
Oh, the Mets got Skeens killed the Mets last week when they faced us.
So here we go. Pitchers that are in for the AL starters. I've said this before and I'll repeat it again. Rutschman, Vladdy, Altuve, Ramirez, Henderson, Judge, Soto, Kwan, and Alvarez.
Okay.
Now, your reserves for the AL, Salvador Perez, Jason Naylor, Marcus Semien, Isaiah Pareda from Tampa, Rafael Devers from Boston, Carlos Correa, Bobby Witt Jr., Jaden Duran?
Yeah, Duran, yeah.
Yep, and hello, Ryan.
What's up?
Riley Green, Kyle Tucker, who probably won't even make the trip because he's still on the IL, and David Fry.
Well, if Kyle Tucker's an outfielder, then I got the perfect person that could fill in that slot.
Well, that's AL though.
Oh, it's AL. Oh, that's right. Yeah, if it's. Well, what do we got for who's the NL reserves?
We got pitchers, Tyler Anderson, Corbin Burns, Garrett Krochek, Logan Gilbert, Tanner Hawk. I was about to say Haku, but it's not Haku. It's
God bless you.
Yeah, it's Haku. It's like Houck. Haiku. Lugo, Cole, Grains, Scooble, Emmanuel Chase, Clay Holmes, Mason Miller, which probably the best thing for Oakland right now, and Kirby Yates.
Mets just tied it up. Vientos just tied it up.
Oh, I'm on a delay, so that's not a surprise. All right, so NL starters: Contreras, Harper, Kendall Marte, Alec Boehm, Trey Turner, Yelich, Tatis, Profar, and Shohei.
I'm going to say one thing about those. Every one of the other, there's one name on that list I think should not be allowed to be on this All-Star team.
Well, Harper and Tatis won't be flying because they are currently on the injured list.
No, I'm not saying them because they've been playing all year. I'm talking about Trey Turner. He just came back.
Oh, you
and
got to
he's been
remember
named to
this
the
is this is the fan voting for the starters, so it's a popularity contest.
No, I'm sorry. I think now this is a rule I think that they should implement when it comes to all-star teams and for fan voting. If a player is coming off the DL or IL or whatever you want to call it before the all-star game, he's ineligible because he hasn't played all season. Because Turner has only been playing for about less than 3 weeks, and he gets named to the all-star team.
Again,
And Lindor's been playing the whole fucking year, and yet he gets snubbed.
Again, like I said, it's the fans voting for this. This has nothing to do with the team.
Nope.
No.
It's a fan vote, and it's a popularity contest.
No, I understand that, but there's got to be a rule that's like, look, they each play. The players that are listed have to have a minimum amount of at bats to be even considered.
This happened last year, years ago. Jeter was not even playing for the entire first half, and he got named to the All-Star team.
Yep.
As a starter.
Was that his last year?
Second to last.
That's probably why Jeter got named. You know what?
If it's his last, I don't care. But it wasn't his last. It's the same thing with Ripken and A-Rod.
It's
I'm
a
sorry,
fan,
but
and swing at any time.
I understand that, but am I wrong to think that it's a little left up that all of a sudden, guy that's not even playing that's played for basically a cup of coffee this season gets named to the All-Star team just because he's on a team that's popular this year?
If it was the team that sent him, yeah, it's bullshit. It's just the fans. The fans don't give a shit if they haven't played because they want to see him. Is it fair? No, because he shouldn't be there.
He definitely shouldn't be there.
And like we said last week, Ellie's there, great. But also, O'Neal Cruz is having an outstanding year, and he's not on the All-Star team.
Right. It's a fan vote, man. It's a popularity contest. It's name value. That's it.
Listen, we're all in agreement that Trey should not be there.
Oh, he should definitely not be there. Ryan, do you agree or disagree?
I agree, but he's there, and there's nothing we can do about it. He was voted in.
Yeah, that's why. It's like I don't agree with it, but there's nothing we can do about it.
I mean, I'm not gonna go up against, baseball fans everywhere for, something that trivial.
It's a game that doesn't count.
Right.
No, it does technically kind of count because it's like whoever wins gets.
They got rid of that. They got rid of that.
Oh, they got rid of that.
That's been gone for the last. That's been gone for the last decade.
No, it hasn't been that long.
No, I think All-Star team still gets home field advantage.
I think they got rid of that because they ended it 1 year at a tie.
No, I think that's still. I think that's if you look into that, I think that still does kind of count.
Yeah, that still might be around actually.
I think he's
right. I believe they got rid of it and they just go with the best.
Let me find out. Let me do the research. You guys continue. I'll look it up.
He's gonna go Google himself.
You can Google me, motherfucker, and all kinds of shit pops up.
No longer gets home field advantage since 2017.
So it's all right. So it wasn't that long ago.
Okay.
7 years.
But still, I mean that's the. I mean,
in sports, that's a long time.
The only other. Go ahead, Ryan.
You know what the All-Stars get? Do you know what the All-Stars get?
An extra check?
No. They get first-class airfare and hotel travel for themselves and their families. This is all 67 players.
Mm-hmm.
Meal and tip allowances are provided along with $1,000 stipend and a surprise gift from the particular league, i.e. American or National.
And if you're Derek Jeter, it comes with a gift basket.
Oh,
Yeah, Jeets!
Well, we've all seen Jeet's his rotation, his
If it's-
starting lineup.
His rotation is an all-star team.
if it's VK,
Yeah.
it comes with the Dilsky collection.
Listen. Compared to his next to next to A-Rod, who has Madonna.
You're saying that like this is the 1980s and Madonna's still a hot commodity.
Madonna was God looser than Joanna.
Like I'm
God's sakes, Madonna fucked Vanilla Ice, for God's sakes.
like I said, these
Who
are like
didn't Madonna fuck? She'd
The
fuck
fuck?
herself. She'd fuck herself for a coffee book.
who didn't Madonna fuck? The three of us.
No.
I don't-
Who's hornier than Madonna? Everybody.
Because I don't want herpes.
She's got the clap.
Jeez.
Say his name,
No,
man. She appears.
no. That's a name you don't want to say, and she appears.
Say his name and she appears and he gets hurt.
And there goes his ACL. Clap, clap.
But no. Well, you know, and the only other gripe I have about the All-Star team, and I don't know if you guys have, I don't know if we've ever touched on this. I would prefer that they use their regular uniforms, not these fucking like hybrid uniforms.
Gotta make money.
I mean, you know, when I remember watching the All-Star game, it's like seeing all the different teams represented out there, not the same fucking color on every team, just with the logos on the hats. I think it's cheesy.
Gotta make
It's
money.
tough.
That's the problem. They use it to make money. They can sell an extra jersey.
Not just that. It's not just that. But there's also a lot of confusion because there's only like 4 colors for jersey.
He's not wrong.
So like I'm okay with it because it's either a red jersey with colored numbers or a colored jersey with fucking white outline numbers. That's it. There's like 2 styles of MLB jersey
Yeah.
and 4 colors that they switch between.
And by the way, oh, sorry.
Red, blue. Who's got an out there one?
Colorado, purple,
Purple.
gold with San Francisco.
Right, but for the most part, it's not. It's either a white jersey, a red jersey, or a black jersey. Occasionally, you get the color pops, the blues, the purples, like the greens for the Athletics. But for the most part, they stay pretty centralized in color
Why do you think the minor league teams are the best?
because they got awesome names like the Trash Pandas.
And the Somerset Diners?
And the Rebel Ponies.
Tulsa Drillers.
Wasn't there a team called the Surf at one time?
Yep, the Surf, the Pelicans.
Yep.
The Blue Claws.
The mutant sea bass with frickin' laser beams on their head.
Freaking heads. So all right.
No,
so
that was
anyway,
supposed to be sharks. Sharks with laser beams attached to their freaking heads. Not
Yeah, but when he finally got them, they were mutated sea bass.
are they
Yes.
ill-tempered? Yes. To start. Are they at
We
least
cut-
ill-tempered?
We
Yes.
gave Paul the tug before we dumped him in the tank.
Holy shit! What the fuck kind of throw is that? You nice throw. We'll take the run.
Yeah, I know. All of a sudden, the Mets woke up again.
And you know what, man?
Grimace!
I'm about right now because my Cards are 5 games back from first place.
Listen. I understand that they're in all blacks. They need to make a goddamn it! Someone has a Grimace. Oh my god. Has a purple.
Yeah, a Grimace OMG. Yeah, that guy's been there for a while.
We need a Grimace jersey. Purple and green.
Nothing. No, the Grimace.
No,
Yes.
it'll never happen. I mean, we got purple in the logo. If you think about it, look at the Mets logo. It's already in purple. So there's your Grimace.
Listen,
Now,
go
guys,
full fucking Carney. Go full wrestling on this
But
one.
if you want to get purple fucking pants, then black jerseys and purple pants.
They're gonna look stupid in black
Yeah,
jerseys.
purple pants. What are they, clowns?
I mean, do you really want me to answer that?
Hey,
It's the great. We're also talking about a fictional character that doesn't fucking exist.
The Grimace exists. He's a mascot.
Yeah, but yeah, where's there a Grimace in the real world?
Every McDonald's has a costume in the back.
in a dream, I know. All right,
sick.
so the reserves for the NL,
Army, Navy, or Marine Corps?
National Guard.
Oh, okay.
Will Smith going to slap a taste out of somebody's mouth.
Ooh, in the new Bad Boys movie.
Yeah. Pete Alonso, Freddie Freeman, Luis Arias, Ryan McMahon, Mookie Betts, who will not be making the trip. He's on the IL. Ellie De La Cruz, C.J. Abrams, Toscaro Hernandez, Jackson Teoscar. I'm sorry, the chicka over the E kind of threw me off. Jackson Merlin, Ramos, Brian Reynolds, and Marcus Ozuna as the DH.
Marcelo Ozuna.
Ozuna. Guess what? Mookie Betts ain't making it. There's two shortstops that are getting called in. It's either going to be O'Neal Cruz or Lindor.
If Lindor makes it, that would be great. And you know what? I've shit on Lindor, but as a fan, in the beginning of the year, he usually does shit the bed. But Brandon Nimmo has been fucking on fire all fucking season, and he gets snubbed. I'm sorry, he's second on the Mets in home runs. He's number one in RBIs on the Mets. He's got more RBIs than Alonso.
Okay, hold on. Okay, he has for the Mets. What's he in the league?
I know he's in the top 5 for RBIs in the league. I know that. I just don't have it in front of me, but I know he's at least top 5 in RBIs. I know that.
Oh, goddammit, Fangraphs. How do you not have that?
But, no, that's just, well, Ryan, what Cardinals do you know made it this year? They have to have at least one representative. Every team has to be represented. I know that.
Who made it this year, Dave?
Pitcher. You had a pitcher make it. Let me see. Hold on. St. Louis. Healy.
Oh, okay.
So pitchers: Glasnow, Imanaga, Lopez, Sale, Skeens, Suarez, Logan Webb, Zach Wheeler, who he's clean, but he probably won't pitch. Healy, Jeff Hoffman, Tanner Scott, Matt Strom, and Robert Suarez. Those are your pitchers. Paul Skeens at 19 years old.
That's Skeens pitches the way he is. I heard during the Met broadcast, I don't know if it was Ron Darling or Keith Hernandez said they haven't seen a kid come up this fast and made this much of an impact since Tom Seaver. Because if you think about it, Tom Seaver got drafted, and the very next year, Tom Seaver was up with the fucking Mets. And he had an immediate impact. And they're not wrong. I watched Skeens pitch. That's the first time I've seen Skeens pitch. He's fucking disgusting the way he pitches.
Gee, it's like I've been saying that all year and last year.
I know you have, but I never got a chance to. I don't watch Pittsburgh that often. How often? The only time I
watched them in LSU.
See, I don't watch college baseball. That's the difference. But all I know is
that sounds like a you problem. Just saying.
Oh well. Just like I don't watch a lot of college football either. If it's on, I'll watch it, but I don't go out of my way to watch a particular team because there's too fucking many of them. Same thing with baseball.
Why you pick a particular team?
You pick a conference.
Like I'm not a big college football fan, but hey, Ronnie, who's my favorite team?
The U.
Just pick one. Go with them.
The Utes.
No, the
What is a
U.
Ute?
The
U.
It's a
U.
Ute.
University of Miami Hurricanes, man.
I was
Yup.
doing a joke, okay, and it didn't work.
It's okay.
Ute. What's a Ute?
What's
Did
a-
you say Utes?
You say yeet?
Yeah, the Utah Utes.
You tell yeet.
What is a Ute?
I believe it's actually a warrior.
It was actually an Indian tribe. Utes.
Oh God, Jake Diekman's coming into the game now. Oh God, he has been terrible lately, and yet they're bringing him in again.
Oh, the bullpen's kind of been.
Well, we just picked up 2 new guys just recently.
That is an out.
Yeah, it's definitely I mean, I know you're on a delay, but yeah, that ball was out. So, all right, now before saying, do you think your Cardinals are going to be buyers or sellers at the deadline?
The trade deadline?
Yes, because we're about 2 weeks away from that.
There's a trade rumor going around right now for Cardinals. And I hope it's true. And
What's
it's
the
a
rumor?
It's a trade for the Cubs. So right now, what the talks is because I was telling Ronnie about this the other night. Like this trade would be on par with. I think it would be on par with the trade for Lou Brock,
Okay.
and it includes Corey Bellinger.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm pulling it up.
Yep. And while you do that, hello, Christian.
What's up?
What's up, Christian?
What's up?
Nothing. Talking.
All-Star game and all that
Oh, yeah,
stuff.
that is coming up.
You're.
In a week or less than a week, I think away. I think a week and a half away.
Nice.
I think.
Okay, here we go. So the trade proposed would be Bellinger and what's the other dude's name? Talion?
Tyone.
Jameson Tyone.
Yeah, Jameson Tyone. For Jordan Walker, Cooper. That shit spelled like herpy. And Cesar Brito, number 7 and number 18 minor league prospects.
Would you take if you're the ownership? Would you take that deal?
I would take that deal in a fucking second, dude. Cody Bellinger in St. Louis would be fucking fire. And like I said, like if that trade, because that trade's actually apparently been rumored. If that trade happens, yeah, we would have to put that up there with.
I put that up there with the Arenado trade too.
I'd put it up there with Lou Brock because that was one of the last big trades with the Cardinals and the Cubs, and the Cubs got absolutely fucked getting rid of Lou Brock.
Yeah.
Like this trade's on par with that.
Yeah, and that would impact your outfield greatly. That would improve your outfield tremendously.
It really would. And as long as we can keep Arenado and Goldschmidt happy and keep them around, our infield's fun.
Yeah.
But that's a big if. I
Yeah.
want for them to be gone either by the deadline or they'll go into free agency.
And on that note, Christian, what about your guys? What do the Yankees need to do to turn this around?
Need a fucking clue. That's what they need to do. That's what they need. They need athletes. You know what I'm saying? Like they need guys that they could get on first base and guys could score from first base because they don't have that. You know, that's where I think a guy like a Jazz Chisholm Jr. would come in handy. But I mean, outside of that, they need pitching. Go get a starter and go get a bullpen arm. Because God, I'll do something I'm not supposed to do to my fucking eyeballs if I got to see Clay Holmes.
Watch Hawaii football?
Look, I ain't even got my gun tonight. You know, that's strike one. Because I'm not fucking with you tonight.
Strike one.
Strike 14.
That's strike
I'm
one
outta
and a
here.
half for laughing, Ronnie.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Nah, they need pitching because that's the problem right now with the Yankees. I mean, remember I was at the game on Saturday when they played Boston, and Garrett Cole looked terrible.
Yeah, I saw those pictures. Very cool.
Yeah, hot as hell. I'm
Oh.
about 50 shades darker.
Jesus Christ.
Got my black ass looking like Wesley Snipes.
Oh shit!
Motherfuckers always trying to skate uphill.
Yeah,
Before
man.
prison, pre-prison or after prison?
You guys actually want to hear a funny story that happened on Saturday?
Sure.
You ended up in prison?
No.
No,
That was-
no, this is not
Nah,
the
man.
this is the White Sox game.
No, I'm too sexy for jail.
I agree.
I go in.
I agree.
Thank you, Ryan. At least someone agrees.
Some careless
Nah,
whisperers
I
playing
get-
in the background of the jail cell.
That's strike 2, motherfucker.
No, he's at 2.5 strikes.
Now he's at 2 1/4.
Oh, hell no.
So I walk into the stadium and Red Sox fans are there, right? And one Red Sox fan just sees me and he's like, "Hey, fuck you." Just out of nowhere, right?
Classless bastards.
So I'm just like, "Look, you in my house. I know your mother didn't teach your ass to be disobedient." I'm like, "Take a fucking seat and watch the game."
And then Rafael Devers came up.
Then Rafael Devers hit a home run that put them ahead 4-3. And that fan is talking shit. And then the Yankees, we take over. I want to say it's the 5th inning. We scored, I think we drove in 7 runs, if I'm not mistaken. And when I went to go find that fan, he was
gone.
nowhere to be found. He was nowhere to be found, like a bitch.
Well, yeah, dude. They fucking exited LA style.
After they were gonna do an Uncle Ben for Ben Rice hitting hitting another bomb.
He hit 3 of them.
Dude, so on the radio call, they were like, "Oh, they should have made an Uncle Ben Rice," and someone goes, "They canceled Uncle Ben." They go, "What?"
Well, they
Yeah,
got to
nah,
get
they-
somebody. They got to get somebody named Beans on the team so they can have a racing Beans on the team.
I remember when the Yankees had Brandon Drury or whatever
Drury.
the hell. Yeah,
Drury.
yeah. And this was the first year we had Glass Carlo. This one cornball I know on Facebook, he tags me in the status. So since we have Judge and the jury, is Stanton going to be the executioner?
Oh well, he execution his career.
Yeah, and I just politely told him to log off and don't ever tag me in no dumb shit like that ever again.
You just told him to shut the fuck up because he don't know
Yeah.
shit.
Nah, I just told him to, just stop. That's
Oh.
my polite way of telling you shut up.
Christian, before we move on, did you get the video I sent you? Did you watch that?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so it's funny. There's a kid who's apparently ranked 250th in for defensive end in high school,
Okay.
and they were showing him without pads on, and like him doing drills, and I just go, okay, show me what he can do with pads. One person then turns around and goes, "Why you say that? 'Cause he's white?" I go, "No, because the offensive lineman can't grab him. Show me what he can do in pads."
Exactly.
He goes, and then I turn around and go, "I like how you said that I accused him of because he's white. Do you not see my profile picture?" Like, shut the fuck up.
No comment.
But, alright, so,
Wait, first off, are we having another special guest tonight?
yes, he is showing. Chris is coming. We're not making phone calls, but Chris is coming back.
Ah, fuck.
Because we got to do the Mountain Pac-12.
Oh, yippee.
Hello, mute button.
John, I might be right there with you.
No, well, I mean, we're also going to talk about his team, because we got to talk about Notre Dame, too.
Oh, then I'm definitely going on fucking mute.
Fuck.
And we were almost on the same page, because you put out the NFC South, we're doing the AFC South.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, more news about Kid Diddler 1 Franco came out. Or Wander Franco.
Wandering Eyes, Franco.
No, something else was wandering. Wander Franco has been formally charged with sexual assault of a 14-year-old girl.
He's out of baseball. Who fucking cares?
He ain't nobody.
Most people, because he's a pedophile.
I wish I had a wood chipper sound effect.
You know what? I look at it this way. He's out of baseball. He's never coming back. Let him fucking rot in a prison cell with Bubba as his roommate. That's all he needs. That's all it goes.
Oh, no. Oh, no. He goes into General Pop. In Dominican Republic, he ain't coming out alive.
All right, not Bubba, then Pedro. All right?
No.
Juan?
If you don't get it. In America, you do not want to understand what they do to kid diddlers.
He deserves it. Who cares? What are we discussing? Who cares? Whether he's in America here or he's in wherever he's,
It's
Puerto Rico,
bad
you said?
here, it's worse there.
Yeah.
Fuck him. Who cares? He's a child diddler. Let him go. Who
The
fucking
fact
cares?
that now it has come out, though, that it is a 14-year-old girl.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I mean-
it's the fact that we have that information now. That we did not have this information when he got arrested and charged.
Well, see, now it's official. He can go fuck himself. Period.
Like,
That's my bottom line. Put him in a jail cell with Jared for all I care.
But here's the question. Because he was a Major League Baseball player, I'm hoping he gets the book thrown at him. But I could so see him throwing somebody under the river to not get jail time.
Who could he possibly throw under the bus?
You don't know if it was him working for somebody else.
At this point, I don't care. As far as I'm concerned,
You might not, but we're not broadcasting just to us. This is going out worldwide. We're talking about something that is a big deal.
and it's come out that he did this to a 14-year-old girl. I have no respect for a person like that.
Doesn't matter. It's also being professional about it. Like,
Well, I am professional. I didn't say anything. I just said put him in a jail cell, throw away the key.
Right, but we're trying to talk about the story, and you don't.
prosecutors.
I understand where you're coming from, but it's just that's my opinion on it. But you're free to discuss it. But I said my piece with it. I have nothing else to say on the matter.
So, all right. So here we go. Prosecutors charged Franco 6 months after the judge ordered to be an investigation in connection with sexual and physiologically abuse of the girl. General attorney spoke, confirming to the AP press that prosecutors before the judge in final format accusing that denied to provide further. The general attorney didn't provide any other details. So she had to go through the girl had to go through a full psych exam just to, for all that. Apparently, according to this, the prosecutor that was accusing him, Franco, paid the girl's mother thousands of dollars to consent to the relationship, which lasted 4 months. The girl's mother remains under house arrest. The AP has not identified the woman to preserve the daughter's privacy.
In other words, the mother pimped her out.
Yes, the mother sold it.
Mother sold her.
She need to be shot.
You're just making this story even worse.
But that's the
I
thing.
didn't know that part.
This just came out today. None of us know this. This came out 15 hours ago.
So not only should he be locked up, the mother should be locked up for selling her fucking kid.
They're going to get the mother with sex trafficking. Sure.
Well, we don't know what the laws are. The sad part is we don't know what the laws are in Dominican Republic.
She might get death. Who knows?
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, she's under house arrest right now for it. So who knows what they're going to try to pull.
Would anything shock me at this point? No.
No. The charges had to be filed before July 5th, so they just like I said, they just filed this.
Well, let me just say that I caught a clip of you know how like we have our daytime court shows here from down in Mexico, and the case was like a father wanted custody of the kids, and the mother had sold them to a dude for $500, and she was supposed to go pick them up, but she hasn't heard from the people in 2 days, and like the words that came out of the judge's mouth were, "You better pray that they find these little girls alive."
Yeah.
So I'm guessing down there it's just as serious as it is up here.
Right. Well, here's the funnier part about this. Apparently, Major League Baseball is still paying him.
They're gonna get him out of that.
How is that even possible?
Well, let me read the article. Administrative leave is not disciplined under the sport's domestic violence and sexual assault or child abuse policy. And the player, Franco, continues to get paid, who has a $2 million salary this year, and he has remained under the authority, under investigation in the DR.
So my question is, will MLB try to find a way out of this? Do you really think that they want to pay $2 million for this guy to try to get off of what he done?
I think they're going to try to, but because this is classified as administrative leave and not they're cutting him, I think $2 million might be the thing that they just pay him and get him out of here. Because if they officially cut him, they still owe him his entire salary then, which he just signed remember, he just signed a $182 million contract as of 2 years ago. So they're not going to get him for that, because that's what they're going to try to get out of. His rookie deal, they're just going to try to it's like they're going to buy him out of his rookie deal and get him the fuck out of and move him the fuck on. That's what it sounds like.
Right.
So Franco's lawyer on Tuesday says he's not commented because Franco has not received formal notification for any charges. So the charges have been pressed, but he has not been arraigned in any charges yet.
He hasn't faced a judge yet, in other words.
No. It's a story that, so this article came out 22 hours ago, so about 11 o'clock yesterday. So, I mean, like, it's a story that is a big fucking deal. No matter which way you look at it. Yeah, he's a scumbag. Get him the fuck out of here. Go away. Go rot in jail. If you get out of it, I hope something goes brrr on you. Take that for what you want. Allegedly. Allegedly.
He fell headfirst into a wood chipper.
Well, I mean, the Clintons do that shit all the time. Like, they just write people suicide notes for them.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly. Wait. What is it? We got to pose it as a question. The Clintons write suicide notes for their enemies. Or do they? Now I'm asking questions.
Well, it's just like that old story in Letterkenny. Did the guy fuck the ostrich? Allegedly.
Yes. It took fucking Boots the Ginger and one other person, probably the guy that owned the ostrich farm.
Makes as much sense as Andy Dick in a clown movie.
Makes about as much sense as a movie about zombies where the plague is fucking sexually transmitted.
It makes as much sense as a karate master getting his black belt by Christmas.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Not as bad as waking your best friend who's in a sick coma up with a shitty headlock.
Oh no! What makes that better is Christians watch that movie with us.
Yeah, and Christian's still part of the show, regardless of what we put him through.
I
Strike three, Ronnie.
Oh, hey, blame Chris for that one. He's the one that put you through it.
Get Chris on the line right now.
Actually, I'm about to because that's really it for baseball. That's the big.
And I want you to bring this up since you want to do so much goddamn talking.
Go ahead, bring up that thing, and I dare you to clap with it too.
Wait, what? What about clapping?
Miracle.
What about clapping?
It's your favorite Christmas movie.
My favorite Christmas movie is Friday After Next.
Oh, by the way, they're coming out with a new Friday movie.
That's a good Christmas movie.
They've been talking about that shit for the last 15 years.
There's a release date.
And it probably won't be good.
No. Cube's writing it.
Now that's different though.
And Smokey's back.
Yeah, Day was funnier.
Day-Day's gonna be there, but Smokey's coming back for the last Friday.
It's not going to be the same without fucking what's his name or without Tiny.
I need Terry Crews.
Without Debo, man, it ain't gonna have Debo in it.
I need Terry Crews in this too.
Terry Crews can replace Debo.
Why? He was in Friday After Next.
Yeah,
he wants his gay ass.
OG, triple OG.
OG,
You know what?
triple OG.
I've never seen this.
I am a boy. You are not in prison anymore, Damon.
I've never seen the second one. I've only seen the first one.
The funniest one is the second one. The third one was funny. The first one is just the most iconic.
His dick, these pliers, your hand,
Every time I'm in the kitchen,
You in the kitchen.
you in the kitchen, in a goddamn refrigerator.
I mean, let's face it. We've all made the joke. If you don't know what this line is from the movie, you should never be quoting it.
Which one?
You got knocked the fuck out,
Fuck
man.
out, man.
Give me my goddamn money.
Well, that's iconic, yeah.
No, there are some people that don't know that's from Friday.
Dude, the scene that always, the two scenes in that movie that always get me are the one when Craig's about to throw away the cereal
Yeah.
and his dad, because this is me, because I've said this to my sister.
Eat it.
Nah, what you doing with the cereal? I'm throwing it away. Well, you better put some water on that damn shit.
Tastes so good. Tastes so good, make you want to slap your mama.
Listen, when he slapped her, Sprite came out my ears. Man.
What was that? What part of the movie, Christian, was it when Johnny Witherspoon's in the bathroom taking a shit and he calls Craig in there?
He was like, boy, bring your ass up off in this bathroom. I smelled your shit for 22 years. You can smell my 5 goddamn minutes.
So now the question is the people that you think are gonna be in this, like, you're gonna get like DJ Youngfly all of a sudden be in this shit.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, right? Yeah, like when you said bring your ass here, I just heard DJ Youngfly going, bring your ass here, boy.
Or or like that bathroom scene when Willie was like, that's the beauty of it. I grab a dog, I take him by the neck, and I choke him. I choke the shit out of him. Bang, bang, bang. Foot in his ass. It's my pleasure.
So you see, that's the kind of role you can't replace somebody with. I mean,
you
Johnny
really can't.
Johnny Witherspoon made that role his.
You know what's funny? I used to
Oh, my burrito.
I used to call my grandfather John Witherspoon II because they used to act alike. They were just both stubborn.
I don't know. The two roles that Johnny Witherspoon did that obviously was the Friday movie and the Wayans.
He was
Brothers
in all
show.
three of them.
No, but I mean, and the Wayans Brothers show.
Yeah, he was funny on that too.
When he pops.
Message.
Bang, bang, bang.
No, sitting there I don't remember what movie when he sits there and he licks his fingers like
Boomerang.
You know,
Boomerang.
was it Boomerang that he did
It was
that?
Boomerang, and then he did it in Soul Plane too.
Motherfucker, you know you just kissed everybody here, right?
God rest Johnny Witherspoon, man. I miss him.
Oh, dude,
He was funny.
Anytime I hear Wayans, though, I think of Don't Be a Menace.
Oh, well, of course. That movie, I mean, that movie's iconic. That scene in that store, oh, Lord.
The
Bing
man!
bong! Bing bong!
The
I'm not
man!
gonna finish that statement.
He's good.
The man!
Hurry up and buy.
Hurry up and buy.
when she's in the fucking freezer.
I said,
Hurry up and buy.
I said, do we have a problem? USSR.
You forgot something.
You take 2 steps back. Now freeze. Now Vogue.
Let me have your number. And he puts the gun in the girl's head.
Now let's dance. Do I go with the cat nines and the Glock, or the high tops with the? I'll just wear these.
Do we
Have
Have
a
a
problem.
problem.
Again, it's another movie like that. Those type of movies you can't make.
No, you can message.
Yeah.
Message.
Christian just knows that message.
Wait, what? I just heard my name.
Message.
What y'all talking about?
Don't be a menace.
Keenan
Oh,
Wayans
Lord.
keep coming in. Every other scene was message.
No, anytime there was like a deep emotional scene, you know, like whenever Trey went off on his little tangent
My
about
God, this. Oh yeah, no.
growing being
The
a black
bull-
man.
The
And he
bullets
pops
in the
his-
gun are like books for your brain. The knowledge goes in, and you remember it all. Message.
Yeah, I remember that. It's been a while since I've seen.
My
Don't Be a
favorite
Menace.
part of that though is I always can't make this right when I keep drinking my juice in the hood. What the fuck are they talking about?
See, you ain't black. You don't get it.
No. But even Keenan Wayne just walks by and goes, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like,
One of the scenes that's another iconic scene in that movie is when they do the drive by and what was the one in the wheelchair? What was his name?
Wheels.
Crazy
Crazy
Legs. Crazy Legs gets hit and he's in the hospital. He goes, "Doctor said I ain't never gonna walk again." He goes, "Bitch, you couldn't walk before."
Listen, my milk of magnesia.
Oh my God, that dude.
The
He's like,
token who went out with the white chicks.
fucking racist Chinese comment.
Oh, remind me to go get my dry clean from that Chinese guy down the street.
Yeah, it's exactly what he said, Chris. Or Ronnie.
Yes.
I mean, Christian, that whole scene in the liquor store when they
Yeah,
walk
that was-
in,
Yeah, that was legendary.
Bing bong,
You better
enough said.
listen. You keep eating that ice cream that way, I'm gonna put you at the corner so I can make some extra money.
Mm-hmm.
You better.
Shoot.
Can I
What?
keep the change? You better not keep the change. You better give me that 10. That's a $10 food stamp.
When she gets shot in the shirt, he goes, $10 shirt, $10. Give me money.
Oh,
Fucking
that is a
love-
movie that you cannot make today.
Yeah,
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, I gotta go back and watch that.
Such a great movie. The
Yes, it
old
was.
the old Wayans brothers, dude. But that also is great because they just announced we're getting a new Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
Yeah, but you know what?
No,
I'm
no,
on the
there's
fence
only-
about that one.
There is only one reason that I am excited about Spaceballs, is that
Well, I know-
the only way that he was able to said that he would ever do a Spaceballs 2 is if Rick Moranis comes back as Dark Helmet.
Dark Helmet. Well, then Josh Gad is Josh Gad going to play?
He's starring and producing.
But is he going to play Barf's son or is he going to play Barf?
Well, no one's gonna play Barf.
Well,
I
obviously.
I believe he's gonna play. Oh, what was his name? Darkstar. What was the dude's name?
Lone Star.
Lone Star.
Lone Star's still alive.
Bill Pullman is still alive. So is Daphne Zuniga. Everybody.
Just because he's alive doesn't mean that he's gonna want to star in the fucking sequel 40 years later.
No, but he's king.
He's
So-
he's
But
a,
if-
no, he's a prince. No, he's a prince, not a king. He's a prince.
Apparently, he's Lone Star's kid.
Oh, okay.
So it's the son of Lone Star and Princess Vespa. I mean, the only way I'll be happy is if it's called The Quest for More Money.
It is.
All I know is I heard Spaceballs 2, but I didn't hear a tagline for it
It's
yet.
the quest for more money.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
then
it's for more money. Yeah.
Trying to call him. I don't know where the hell he is. He say he's on, and I literally just text him and go, "You coming? We could do this fucking Mountain 2 or Mountain
You can
Pack 12."
he can stay away. We can still talk movies.
Yeah.
I said what I said. I said what I said. Christian
mean-
agrees.
Oh God,
That
Rod,
laugh says it all.
Rod, you guys lost again?
Oh, the Yankees?
No, the Cardinals. Yankees are.
Christian, I
winning?
felt legit bad for you the way your team's been playing, man.
Yeah, the Cards lost again. It's
You know
not-
what it is?
All right.
And dare I say it, you know who the Yankees miss?
Giancarlo?
Glass Carlo?
Yes, they do.
No. Glass Carlo.
Say it right.
Glass Carlo.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the other one.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
I mean, you could also believe in Joe Hendry, but no.
What the fuck?
That's
Holy-
strike 4. You're reloading
Strike
now.
four yeah, strike 4. He's gonna have bullets in his knee.
He's reloading.
It's like Brett Favre. It's like Brett Favre in the early 2000s.
No Brett
Brett
Favre.
Favre.
You can slander him.
Yeah.
Barbara.
Just dick pics everywhere.
Hey,
What? He got caught.
she was fine too.
He-
Ugh.
what the fuck is with Jersey and fucked up shit?
So
I got
Jersey,
no
it's-
idea, brother.
It's Jersey, man. We're all fucked up in this state. What
you
is
want to hear something fucked up?
Yeah.
So I got NHL 24
Okay.
playing through Be a Pro. Guess where I'm drafted?
The
Jersey?
Devils.
Worse.
The Blackhawks.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm currently
Yeah.
playing Blues.
Dude, let me tell you something. Those are some of the most fair-weathered fans in all of Chicago sports.
Oh, I know, dude. I have more respect for Cubs fans because at least they know their team sucks, but they stand behind them.
Nah, dude, because when the Blackhawks were struggling before they started winning the cups and everything, everyone who I knew claimed to be a Blackhawks fan. I never saw them claim the Blackhawks and they were bad.
No.
So I'm with you on that one.
Well, about a week. There. Now he's gone. No,
There I
he is.
am.
Get the camera off. No one's looking at you.
Oh,
I'll turn my camera on, but I'm going to show you guys my balls.
No. Live radio, everybody.
I'm already on mute. Do you want me to go blind too?
Yes. Don't worry, John. I'll plop it down in a nice waffle cone for you.
Hi,
It-
welcome to Chili's.
It'll look like peach ice cream.
And good night, and I'll see you guys next week.
I
I am a man!
shit, my bad. So I didn't know the friggin' camera's on. God damn it.
Turn the camera off.
I am the hype!
It's off.
There we go. Shit.
Hey,
Well,
hey!
sorry.
It's a karate Christmas miracle.
There I go.
Oh God.
That's like 2 hours and 15 minutes
Miracle.
of my life I can't get back.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, if Hamilton needs one of those, maybe that should win a fucking game.
Oh, just put him in a headlock. He'll come out of a coma.
It's got to be a really shitty loose headlock. Like you don't even want to do it.
baby, I like it raw.
Raw.
Dude, people on Twitter are like, what the hell? I can't believe, like, the Hamilton crowd is booing the Tiger Cats. That time's like, oh, it's like Philadelphia. Well,
Holy
they
shit.
deserve it. I mean, you give up 34 and a half.
Christian, I got a question for you for this.
What's up?
But last week, Northwestern just dropped that they just broke ground on a new football stadium.
Yeah, I heard that.
Are they popular enough to get a new stadium?
No, they're not.
Thank you. There's a good answer.
The only time they're popular is when they play at Wrigley.
Or they have a fucking first round offensive lineman.
Yeah, or that too.
Because remember, what are we? We're 6 years removed from, or was it, or 5 years removed of them playing in the Big Ten title game, right?
2020. So 4
Four.
years.
So that was the year before COVID.
Nah, that was the year
COVID.
of COVID.
COVID, yeah. God, everything was up, down, left, right. Oregon's now in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Shador Sanders can't get out of his fucking way. Oh, I'll get to that when we get to Colorado. Because fuck the Sanders. Shador, 1 hour ago. I know we're everybody's Super Bowl. Shut the fuck up! You're everyone's Super Bowl. Guess what? Colorado State wants that ass, and they coming for it.
Hey yo, I need you to rephrase that.
Oh, dude, you know as well as I do. You remember they're gonna make sure his what's his name spleen is out of his body next time.
Mm-hmm.
That rival game is just gonna be fun. Actually, we are gonna talk about Colorado State today because that's the Mountain West. So, before we get into college football, the rundown, there's been a lot of stuff for the for the national title. They have ESPN has Alabama and Michigan in the 6 and 7 seed. I'm sorry, I don't think they're even going to sniff the playoff this year.
Nah, I think it's gonna be a rebuilding year for Alabama. They have a tough schedule. You got to play Georgia. You got to play LSU. You got to play Wisconsin. Those are all losses, potentially.
I mean, then you factor in Michigan, who's still going to play Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Who has to play what? I think they have Texas.
Yeah.
Like they have, and then
Yeah, I think Michigan is gonna take a back seat too. I mean, they lost a lot of key pieces from a team that just won a national championship. That week 2 game is gonna tell us everything we need to know. Michigan and Texas is at the Big House. This is gonna be the best quarterback that Michigan has probably played, maybe since Michael Penix.
So, all right. So here's what they have right now. So the 12 seed they have projected wise is Boise State. They would take on Oregon at the 5. The 8-9 is Penn State LSU. The 7-10 would be Alabama Michigan, and the 6-11 would be Texas Ole Miss. Your top 4 seeds: Utah at 4, Florida State at 3, Ohio State at 2, Georgia at 1.
Georgia at 1.
I'm sorry. Well, first I think you have to flip that. I think Ohio State might be the best team in the nation this year.
Yeah, I mean they have the roster, and if Ryan Day doesn't get it going this year, I think they fire him.
And to have Florida State as the 3 seed you still have the same defense that you had coming back, but what is DJU?
I think he's going to be more comfortable this year than what he's been
He's used
in
to
years past.
He's
And
also
the
used to
reason-
ACC play.
Bingo.
Yeah. And, the bottom teams, they have to round out the top 20. Notre Dame at 13, Tennessee at 14, Oklahoma at 15, Clemson 16, Missouri 17, Miami 18. By the way, that's a fucking out of nowhere bullshit take. 19 Texas A&M, and 20 K-State. I'm sorry, K-State, with their freshman quarterback, might have a better shot at making the playoff than anybody. Because they won't be in the Pop-Tart Bowl again this year. But, all right. We ready to dive into the Mountain West?
I guess. I mean, I can't believe they don't. Their playoff thing, they have no group of 5 at all.
Boise State.
I mean, what I heard was basically a bunch of Power 5 squads in the top 11 have no group of 5 at all.
Boise. Boise's the 12th seed. Boise's a Mountain West. Boise group of 5.
I guess.
Yeah, they
Come on, ESPN. Suck. Ugh.
What are you watching?
Trying to get the goddamn Super Mountain West thing on Bing, and Bing blows ass.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Do they at least do it cheap?
There we go. Boom. Done. Good.
All right. So, the Mountain West. Christian, I got to ask, did you do anything for this or no?
You know the answer to that.
Well, I got to ask so we can tell them to go to your site and look.
No, I didn't.
Got to do some promotion if we have to.
Yeah, I understand. Get to the segment, man.
Last year's winner was, I believe, who won it last year? Shit, I don't even remember. I think it wasn't Hawaii. I think it was UNLV that won it last year. UNLV, though, again, losing a lot. As of Out in Sports, they have Boise State versus UNLV as the MAC title game, which is very interesting. I think the fact that Boise State is up here is, I don't really understand that. New coaches this year. Boise's got a new coach. Hawaii, Nevada, New Mexico, San Diego State, San Jose State. Utah State's got new defensive coordinator, and Wyoming. I don't think it's going to help that much. But diving in, let's go with the Armed Force team in Air Force. Air Force is 12-1 to win it overall. Their over-under is 6.5. They're bringing back pretty much nobody because it's the military. Their out-of-conference games is Merrimack, Baylor, Navy, and Army. Because, military. The thing is with this team, they're a crapshoot because, of course, it's another wishbone-style offense that actually has somewhat of a passing game. That in the Mountain West, surprisingly, last year they went 9-4. I don't see them doing that again. I see them going bowling, but shooting under the 6.5 and getting 6 wins. So I have them going under. Ryan?
Under.
John?
Which team is this again?
Air Force.
Under, I guess.
Okay. Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Didn't the Air Force win the President's Cup last year or some crap?
Yeah, they won the President's Cup last year by beating,
Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now.
They beat Navy,
Finally.
but I don't think they didn't beat Army.
Wait, what?
They beat Navy, they didn't beat Army.
Ah. Aha. Okay. And conference opponent. I'm on a whole fucking. Here it is. Thank God. Just give me the fucking thing.
First run quarterback. I'm seeing if they have anything in here about the President's Cup. No, I think Army won it.
Here we go. Fine. At the Air Force. When you open up against?
Merrimack.
Merrimack. Okay. I was wondering what the fuck that was. I had to zoom in on it. San Jose, Baylor. And what's your over under?
6.5. I'll write it.
Yeah, they're going over. They're going over.
You got them going over? All right. All right. Next, we're going to the blue turf in Boise State.
Ooh.
Hold on. Let me get a better. All right. Boise State is the overall favorite to win the Mountain West. Their over-under is 9. They bring back a lot of players on offense, but are starting a freshman quarterback with a new head coach. A lot of people are taking this team to be really good. Their out-of-conference games are Georgia Southern, at Oregon, Portland State, and Washington State.
Yep.
Because also the reason why we're doing the Pac-2 is because the Pac-12 formerly integrated with the Mountain West this year, so their schedule got teamed up with the Mountain West. So that's why you're going to see a lot of those. Their over-under is 9. I have them winning 9 games. Exactly. Oh, wait, and Oregon State's the other one that they're out of conference.
Yeah. They have 3 out-of-conference games that really, if they win them, really cements them in the playoff. That's if they win them.
Yeah. But I have them winning exactly 9. So, Ryan, what do you got?
I'm gonna go under.
Yeah.
Under. John?
Under.
Christian?
Over.
Okay. You got, what do you got, them 10?
Yeah, about.
Okay. And Chris?
Yeah, I got them 10. I think they could beat Oregon State. Wazoo they could beat probably too. So
Yeah,
they probably beat the Pac-12.
Yeah, plus with
Oregon, no way in hell.
Plus with games against Nevada and Utah State. The game that's going to be trouble for them is games like at UNLV and at Oregon are going to be 2 hard games.
At UNLV, San Diego State home, Nevada home. Yeah.
All right, so the next team on here is the Colorado State Rams. They bring back 6 on offense, 6 on defense. They are 8-1 to win the Mountain West. Games on their non-conferences at Texas, North Colorado, Colorado, and then Oregon State is and Oregon State. This team's over-under is 6.5. I've had this team coming in pissed off because they've already circled Texas. They're not coming in thinking they're going to beat Texas. They're not going into Texas to beat Texas. But they have no September 14th circled where they're inviting Colorado into their house. After what happened last year, they're not going to want to be embarrassed again in overtime and let Shedeur run all over them. They're going to come out pissed. They're going to win that game. I have them winning 7 and going over. Ryan, what do you got?
Over.
John?
Over.
Christian?
Over.
Chris?
Yeah, I'll say they go at 6.5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say they'll go over, but Yeah, Austin, that's an instant loss right there.
Yeah, it's in Austin. Like, they're not. That's really just a, hey, we're showing up, we're getting paid. Bye.
Oh, yeah, they're getting paid to get murdered.
Yeah.
That's all they're doing.
Yep.
So, Texas, and then what's week 2?
Northern Colorado.
Oh, they got that one. Then they get Dion's Buffs at home.
After last year losing in double overtime.
I think they could possibly upset Colorado
Yeah,
at home.
They're gonna come in pissed off after what happened last year. They had that game won, and they let Sanders and them back into the game.
Well, think if Colorado can't play defense, they're fucked. So
Colorado's gonna be in a rude awakening for the fact that they're in the Big 12.
Yeah. Oh, completely. Colorado's in the Big 12.
Right?
Yeah.
Are they in the Big 12? Yeah. Or no?
Yeah.
Are they? Yes, they are. Oof. I just saw their over/under. All right. Next game, Fresno State. Plus 322.
Yeah, so, all right.
Oh.
Colorado, UTEP, easy win. Oregon State, that's one that could be tough, because you never know. San Jose State, I'll give them a win. Air Force, no. New Mexico, yeah. Nevada, I heard Nevada's supposed to be terrible this year, so.
Yep.
Nah. They win that one. Wyoming. Fresno has me worried, because Fresno's always good. Utah State, so. Yeah, I'll give them the over. I don't know if they win a bunch more, but yeah.
Oh, they're just going to get over. But next we have is Fresno State. Like we said, their over-under's 5. They're the second See, this is what makes no sense. Their over-under's 5, but they're the second favorite, according to Caesars, to win the Mountain West. Their over-under's 5.
5. Yeah. Ow.
They have 8 guys coming back, plus their quarterback. And then 6 players on defense coming back, especially D-tackle Gravel Littlefoot, or Gravel Lightfoot. Their non-conference games are Michigan in the Big House, Sacramento State, New Mexico State, Wazoo, and UCLA. They went 9-4 last year. They're not doing that again, but they will go over. I got them with 6 wins and the over. Right? Ryan. Bueller. While we wait for him, John.
Under.
Christian?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that's an under. Chris?
I think they're probably going to go under. I mean, Michigan, they might well not even show up. Sacramento win, New Mexico State win, New Mexico win, UNLV loss, Wazoo loss, Nevada win, San Jose State should win, Hawaii, that's home, so they always beat Hawaii, win. Air Force loss, Colorado State loss. Yeah, they end at UCLA. Ugh. Yeah, that's under.
Oh, you have them under. Okay. All right. Rod, you still there? Okay, I don't know what the hell happened to him. Ugh. Okay, literally, all right. Fuck it. We'll just keep moving on, and then we'll get his stuff when he comes back. Well, Christian,
Mm-hmm.
it's time to go to the island.
Oh,
The
okay.
island.
Oh, okay.
And he just goes on mute. The Hawaii Rainbow Warriors.
Listen to all that bass in your voice. Look how excited you sound.
Because it's the funniest shit in the fucking world.
Yeah, you've been bringing them up since I started working for this show.
Yeah, well, like I said, the funny thing about that is that is a joke that happened because me and Chris could only watch nothing at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning except Hawaii football.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that was a thing. But
Yeah.
we're going back to the island. I don't even ask me to pronounce any of their fucking names.
Don't even try.
Because, exactly. I'll get canceled. The Rainbow Warriors, their over-under is 5. They are 40-1 to win the Mountain West. Should be like 200-1 to win the Mountain West. The team that is always good for overs played Delaware State, UCLA, Sam Houston, Northern Iowa, Wazoo, and that's it. They went 5-8 last year. Their over-under this year is 5. I have them winning 6 games. They go over, they go bowling.
See here.
John, what do you got?
Over.
I'm back.
There you are. All right. Fresno State. Over under 5.
Under.
Okay. We're going to the island. What do you got for the Rainbow Warriors?
What's your over under?
5.
What they do last year?
5 and 8.
Take the over.
Okay. All right. Christian?
Come on now.
Besides watching pigs fuck, over or under?
Ain't nobody care.
What he said.
I'll say they push. I'll say you have them push.
See, you trying to get shot just talking for me.
I mean, you're not answering, so I'll say they win 5.
Ain't nobody care.
Oh, wait until we get to Nevada, and you're gonna laugh your ass off what I have.
Oh, okay.
Because their over/under is embarrassing. Well, so is New Mexico, but I have them winning more games than Nevada.
Okay. All right. So Delaware State that time, so Hawaii should win that game.
Delaware State's an FCS school. They're going to destroy them. There's no spread on that game.
They better win that game.
Yeah.
Because that's a gimme game if there was one. I mean, Delaware's like playing at 3 a.m.
It's like, yeah, you're actually right. It is like playing at 3 a.m.
Yeah, then they get UCLA, but at Hawaii. But still, I like UCLA in that game. So we got 1-1.
Yeah.
Sam Houston, they should win. UNI, they should win, hopefully. Haha. San Diego State lost. Boise State at home, but it's Boise, so lost. At Wazoo, lost. At Nevada, lost. At Fresno, lost. Well, yeah, at Fresno, lost, sorry.
No,
Nevada,
home. That's a win. No, that's a win.
And it's 6, right?
5. Pretty much.
So
Do they go bowling? That's the question. Do they go bowling?
I'll give them 6. I think they beat New Mexico at home in the closer to get bowling.
Okay. All right. So next we have Nevada. They are 75-1 to win the Mountain West. Again, more like 1,000,000 to 1 to win it. Their over-under is 2.5. They bring back a quarterback, running back, pretty much they bring back 4 players on offense, 5 on defense. Their non-conference schedule is SMU, Troy, Georgia Southern, Minnesota, Eastern Washington. With Oregon State added in that.
Oof.
Their over-under is 2.5. They don't win a game. I have them with a big fat 0. Under.
Ay,
Ryan?
Under.
damn.
John?
Under.
Christian?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, Chris, you're up.
Under. I'm looking at that. I don't see any win
Nope.
at all.
I
I'm
have
like,
them with a goose egg.
Maybe Eastern Washington if they're lucky, but
I think
no.
Eastern Washington will beat them. Even then, that's still hitting the under.
I mean, and that's home.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They're just that bad.
Yeah. All right, the New Mexico Lobos. They're bringing back pretty much just their defense. 6 players on defense, 2 on offense. Their top 4 recruits are literally nobody. They only got 4 recruits this year. Their non-conference games: Montana State, at Arizona, at Auburn, Fresno State. Fresno State's there. At Arizona, New Mexico State, and they have Wazoo at home. Their over-under is 1.5, and they are 200 to 1 to win the Mountain West. Ha ha, very funny motherfuckers. They only get 1 win this year, and that's at the beginning of the year against Montana State. Under.
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 Christian?
Mm.
Yeah. Chris?
Yeah, it's brutal. I mean, like Arizona, then they got to buy, then they go to Auburn,
Yeah.
then you get Fresno at home, but you're already beat up. So it makes New Mexico State at New Mexico State a pain in the ass. Yeah, under.
This is not like last year where you're going to get New Mexico State going in and beating fucking, and just somehow beating Auburn in the hedges. No. This is going to be a rout. All
No,
right.
this is a new Auburn and like Arizona. Ow.
I think Auburn's a year away. I'll get to that when we get to the SEC. San Diego State next. They're non-conference. Texas A&M. Texas A&M C. Oregon State, California, Central Michigan, and Wazoo. They bring back 1 guy on defense, 5 on offense. Their over-under is 5.5, and they are 18 to 1 to win the Pac-12. I have them winning 4 games.
The Pac-2?
Or the Pac-2, sorry, the Mountain West. The soon-to-be Pac-12. The Mountain Pac-12. They win 4 games, they go under. Ryan?
Under.
John? John?
I said under.
Oh, I didn't hear you. You still muted. Christian?
Under.
Chris?
What are we talking about? The Aztecs?
The Aztecs.
Oh, yeah, under. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It's winnable, but yeah, no.
Yeah, no. All right. Next we have is the San Jose State Spartans. They're scheduled non-conference: Sacramento State, Kennesaw State, Wazoo, Oregon State, and Stanford. To end the year, it's pretty much a brand new offensive defense. They bring back their wide receivers from last year, as well as a couple nose guards and their inside linebacker. Their over-under this year is 4. I have, besides, like, just
Oh, they're
rattling
going over.
off. Yeah, I have them going at least 5 wins. I'm looking at this, and they're beating Sacramento State. They're beating Kennesaw State. They're beating Nevada. Just right there, that's 3. They can get 2 more. They go over. Right?
Over.
John?
Over.
Christian?
San
This is who?
Jose State, right?
San Jose State.
Yeah. I mean, she wins Sacramento, Air Force lost, Kennesaw State win, lost, Wazoo win, Nevada. Yeah, they're going over.
Okay. Christian?
I'll take the over.
All right. And they're 60 to 1 to win the Mountain West. Whatever. UNLV, the Rebels, plus 450 to win the Mountain West. Their over-under is 7. Their non-conference schedule is at Houston, Utah Tech versus Kansas, and that game is in Kansas City. Syracuse, Oregon State, and that's their non-conference. I have them winning 7 games, exactly 7, which makes the game against another team on this a tiebreaker. Because right now I have a 3-way tie to make get second place in the conference. But I have them exactly at 7. It's a push, but I could see them winning 8 games. Right?
I think it's gonna be a push. I think they're gonna.
You got 7. John?
I'll say over.
Okay. Christian?
I'll take the over.
Okay. Chris?
Yo, Robert. Hold on.
UNLV.
Look at the schedule.
Yeah.
Who the hell is LIT or whatever the fuck? Week 2, non-conference.
Utah Tech?
Oh, Utah Tech. Okay, god damn. So Houston, that's a total loss. Utah win.
I don't know. I don't know about that. Houston has not been good the last couple years.
I think Houston's gonna be okay.
That's
but
winnable. That's a winnable game.
Kansas is a loss.
But there's no home field advantage. That's in Kansas City. That's in the Chiefs. That's at Chiefs. That's a neutral field.
Yeah, but still, it's on the road. Fresno, I think they can win. Syracuse is a weird one.
That's home. If that was in Carrier Dome or whatever they call it now, I would say no. But that's home, so that's a win.
Yeah, I think it's a win for UNLV. I think Syracuse. Yeah, I think it's and New York's pissed again. Utah State win or. All right, what's your over under?
7.
I'll go over. I think they see more than 7.
Okay. Next team, the Utah State Aggies. Bring back pretty much their entire offensive line, which is great for them. Their non-conference games are Robert Morrison at USC, home against Utah, at Temple, and then they have Wazoo beginning in November. Their over-under is 5.5. The Aggies have drawn the shittiest fucking schedule in the world. I have them winning 3 games. Temple, Robert Morrison, and New Mexico. That's it. 3. Ryan, what are you taking?
What is it?
Utah State.
Over under?
5.5.
Under.
Okay.
I'm
John?
going under.
Under.
I'm going over.
Over. Christian?
Ain't nobody care.
that's under. There you go. Take it with the kneecaps.
Utah State, I'm going under.
Yeah, I heard
The
you.
funny thing is, one of the wins may actually come on the road at Temple. Temple is that bad.
Might actually decide to make a trip up to Philly for that game. Go to the link.
Ugh.
Hey, listen, tickets are going to be like $5.
Yeah, easy. They're gonna be
Yeah.
$5.
$5,
Temple
yeah.
sucks.
And finally, to close out the Mountain West, Wyoming, the Cowboys, their over-under is 6.5. They bring back 6 on offense, 7 on defense. Their non-conference schedule is Arizona State, Idaho, BYU, North Texas, and Washington State. Their over-under is 6.5. They are 14-1 to win the Mountain West. I have them going over and winning 7 games. Ryan.
Over.
Okay.
Over.
Okay. Christian.
Over.
Chris.
Yeah, Josh Allen, you going over.
Okay. Christian, do you have any idea who you want the title game to be?
I say Boise State and Wyoming.
That'd be a good freaking game.
Yeah, I think so too.
As much as I would like to see Wyoming, I think I'm going chalk. I think I got Boise, UNLV.
That's not a bad one either. Anybody but Nevada.
I mean, Nevada's not going to win a fucking game.
Yeah, probably won't. Unless Nate Burleson come out, never mind.
I was going to say, where are you going with that one? Right.
So in the Old Trapper Mountain West Football Championship game, now the one called, I can't believe it.
The Pac-2.
The Old Trapper Championship, I can't believe it's what they call it. But Boise State, Wyoming, yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah, oh, yeah. All right. Let's go to the Pac-2 real quick and knock these two out. Oregon State brings back a whole new fucking team. Their over-under is 7.5. Their whole thing is non-conference, so I'm not even going to go through their schedule. Their over-unders, both teams are over-unders are 7.5. I have Oregon State winning 6 games. I have them going under.
Under.
Ryan?
Under.
Christian?
Ain't nobody care.
Okay. Chris?
Let me see. Who's your week 1 opponent?
Idaho State.
When they're going to lose to Oregon, Purdue, I'm going to say they lose that one. Let me see. Win, loss. Was it 6?
7.5.
7.5? Yeah, I'm going to go under with that one.
Yeah.
7, I can see 6 definite. But 7.5 is when you're going 8. Hell no.
And then Wazoo is also 7.5. I'm not reading their non-conference schedule because the whole thing's non-conference. 6 come back on offense. 3 come back on defense. Their over-under also is 7.5. The only big thing on this game is the Apple Cup is going to be played at a neutral site this year. So the good news is the Apple Cup and the Civil War will be played this year. Granted, it won't be played during rivalry week. It'll be played in week 3.
The Apple Cup is in September. That sucks.
So is the Civil War. And it's a neutral site for the Apple Cup.
Yeah. It's the same week, the Civil War. It's the same week as the Apple Cup. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Man, that's some bullshit.
Well, maybe next year if they keep this going, maybe next year it'll be during rivalry week.
I have a feeling some of these Pac-12 schools are going to want back in the Pac-12 after they see their playoff shot dashed completely by the Big Ten schedule.
Well, I'm going to say right now, you're going to see the Mountain West become the Pac-12. And you're going to get a bunch of FCS schools to jump into the Mountain West. I'm calling that now.
I could totally see Oregon and Washington being like, yo, let's get back to Pac-12. We were ruling that conference.
Kind of needs to. But I have them going under. I have 7 wins. I have them going bowling, but they're 7 wins. Ryan?
What is it? Over under?
7.5.
Go over.
I'll say over 2.
Christian?
Ain't nobody care.
Chris?
What? Wazoo?
Yeah, Wazoo, 7.5.
Actually, dude, that week 2 game looks so fun.
Yeah, right?
With the Red Raiders. That was like Pac-12 after dark fun, man. Back in the day. Oh. We see 1, 2. They lose to Washington. When? Yeah, they're going over.
Okay, you got the over for that. And then finally, just to get this one done, because God forbid we don't have to deal with the Big Ten. Notre Dame. Notre Dame over-under is
yes.
10.5. They're independent, so every game is non-conference. So we don't have to really go in there. But they're notable games. Week 1 against Texas A&M. Always UFC. They have Army in Yankee Stadium. They have Navy in East Rutherford. They have Georgia Tech at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And then Stanford, and then Notre Dame Stanford in early October. But we're getting fucking Army Navy in Yankee Stadium. I want to know how much those tickets are going to go for. Or not Army Navy, sorry, Army Notre Dame. And that's probably the Shamrock game. It's either that or Giant Stadium's going to be the Shamrock game, one of the two.
Yeah.
Their over-under is 10.5. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to beat Texas A&M in with the 12th man going crazy, but I think they're good enough to sweep the rest of the freaking series. I got them winning 10 games. Or they might stumble with one other team, but I got them winning 10 games. They go under, but I still think they're in that playoff hunt. Ryan?
Yeah.
Notre Dame. Over under 10.5.
Under.
Under.
Christian? Ain't nobody care. Nah, I'm playing.
I was gonna say for this one, people, for this one you care.
I don't. I'll say the under. I don't know. You just never know what to expect from them. I'm thinking last year they're gonna be better, but they weren't the team I thought they were, even with Sam Hartman.
I mean,
under center.
Riley Leonard is a better quarterback than Sam Hartman.
Yeah, he's tough. He kind of is cut from that Josh Allen cloth.
Yeah.
A guy that can run, a guy that can extend plays. Yeah.
All right. So, what's your over under?
10.5.
10.5. So I got 11.
Yep.
Let's look at the schedule. All right. So we got A&M at Kyle Field. I think they win that game. I know A&M is like, but they got a better team. Win at Northern Illinois. Well, at home. Purdue was a weird one, but I think they win it. Just a road test. Miami, Ohio win. Louisville win because we get them at home in revenge for last year. Stanford win. The Ramblin' Wreck of Georgia Tech.
That is going to be played in Mercedes, the Superdome.
Yeah, it's played in the home of the Falcons.
The Falcons, yeah. It's going to be played at Mercedes-Benz.
Well, if we're going to be a playoff team, I say we win it. Navy win. This is a weird one because we're home, but it's against the most annoying team in the goddamn nation.
Team that travels.
But we're home, and it's November. I say we pull it off. I say we upset the Nails.
Hold on, let's get the first of the year at least, if we're gonna do this right.
Upset on the Knolls. Con it.
So what? You have them going over?
Somehow we're probably going to fuck up and lose Southern Cal at LA. So that'll kill an undefeated season. But yeah, I'm gonna go over. I can think they can win 11. Yeah.
But with how the playoff structure is, 11 wins gets you in.
Yeah, well, 10 wins get us in.
10 wins at least get you into the argument.
Well, 10 wins will get us to the top 12, especially with our schedule. So
yeah, that I agree with. You know what? I've noticed one thing. Notre Dame only really plays 3 games in someone else's stadium or on away team stadiums. All the other games are home or neutral.
And that's not because of us, that's because of alumni.
Well, that's the thing. That's the one thing that's good about it is the fact that this is NBC and all them. Notre Dame is getting treated like Notre Dame.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that's interesting. Like, Notre Dame is again getting treated like Notre Dame.
Well, then we have 2 other FBS independents that we can laugh at.
We could save those for another day. Let's get to the NFL because we've been going hard on college. We'll get to UConn and UMass at another time.
Oh, we won't.
We could always get to them when we do the Big Ten. God, they're fucking awful. We'll get to UConn. I will guarantee you that because they are maybe on the first. They're in the first set of games for week 1. Playing Maryland. Give me a fucking break. But all right, let's go to the NFL and the AFC South this year. The favorites right now are Houston to come out of it. Is anyone really shocked at that?
No, I mean they were the best team in the division last year. Did it with a first-year head coach who I really like, in D'Amico Ryans. Then C.J. Stroud comes in, and hopefully he can shed that stereotype about Ohio State quarterbacks not being able to produce and succeed at the next level. I mean, they have their two cornerstones. They have C.J. Stroud on the offensive side, and I mean they've done such a great job of surrounding him with the weapons that he needs in order to be successful. And on the defensive side, they have Will Anderson, and he's the best defensive player they've had since J.J. Watt. Yeah, Houston, they're gonna be fun to watch. I mean, they really came out of left field last year when Jacksonville struggled. Houston capitalized upon that, and the rest is history. You know, I think this is gonna really be it'll be a special year for the Texans.
I mean,
think-
CJ is second right now for MVP favorites.
Yeah, and this is gonna be. I want to see how he responds now that defenses have a full year of film on him.
Would you be worried that he has a sophomore slump?
I'll say no, because Houston, they need to get better when it comes to running the football. And that's why they went and got Joe Mixon from the Cincinnati Bengals, who, when he's used properly, he kind of has the same similar skill set as one of Aaron Jones, who once played for the Packers and now plays for the Minnesota Vikings. Houston's got a tougher schedule this year. I'm about to get it up, Ronnie.
Hey yo.
Hey yo. Hey yo.
Gotcha.
Hey yo. Okay. So I'm looking at their schedule right here, right? I'm glad you caught that too, Ronnie. So they play Indy in week 1.
Yep.
I think that's a win.
The problem with that is in Indy.
Yeah, it's in Indy.
And you got to remember too, you're going to have Richardson coming off of that injury.
Yeah.
So I think the question is going to be, the eyes are going to be on Richardson for that game.
Right, but I trust C.J. Stroud more than I trust Anthony Richardson.
I agree with that.
At that point. So I think that's a win right there. Then they play the Bears, their home opener, on a Sunday night.
God, I hope they beat the shit out of them.
That's a win right there.
Yeah.
Then they go to...
According to people on your on the World of Sports, you know, the Bears are going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, okay. Then week 3, the Texans go to Minnesota. So this is a homecoming for Stephon Diggs.
And as of right now, this is week 3. Sam Darnold should still be the starting quarterback.
And I think Houston wins that one. So we're looking at 3-0 through the first 3 games. This is where it gets tough. They got a 2-game stretch right here starting September 29th against Jacksonville. That's the one I think they lose. Because Jacksonville always seems to play them tough in Houston.
And this is going to be one of those games for Trevor Lawrence, hey, you forgot about me type game.
Right. And I think Jacksonville, they're going to go into this game with a chip on their shoulder. Look, we collapsed and you guys took over and you guys won the division. So I think these two, I previewed the one last year between Houston and Jacksonville, and Jacksonville won that game by a field goal. So that's a loss right there. Then Buffalo comes to town. So Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs are going to be reunited.
Yeah, that depends on how Buffalo plays by then is where the question's going to lie.
Yeah, and I mean, I want to see, again, this game could come down to, 1, will Buffalo not put the cape on Josh Allen? And 2, can Houston get after him? And can Houston make the Buffalo offense one-dimensional? I think Houston can win that one by a field goal. Yeah.
And then New England, that's a win.
I think that's a win.
Green Bay,
I don't think that's I don't think New England is gonna be a cakewalk though.
No, Green Bay in Green Bay, that's tough.
That's a loss.
Home against Indy, that's probably
That's a
a
win.
win. In New York, Halloween night.
I think they win that one. I think Houston wins that one.
Let's see how Rodgers plays.
Right.
Like, let's see how Rodgers is at that point, because
Right.
if Rodgers is playing back up to MVP level, that defense, then that's tough.
Yeah, but it all depends. It all depends on the Jets' offensive line, which is why I'm not really sold on the Jets because they haven't done enough in my eyes. And outside of Garrett Wilson, who's another guy that you trust in that passing attack?
And is Aaron Rodgers healthy then?
Right.
That's pretty much the discussion. I mean, for them, they did draft a couple good linemen, but that's the thing. The other question is are the Jets gonna be, like, not even healthy, but are the Jets gonna be, like, just in general up? Like, are they gonna be awake? Are they gonna have the guys still left over?
Exactly.
I mean, the one thing that they have, and that's kind of going to be the
Wouldn't that also be a C.J. Stroud's first game in New York?
That'll be his first game. Did he play last year in New York?
Not yet, and then he got hurt.
Yeah. The thing is, though, the big thing about that game is it is what's Halloween this year? Is that a Monday night or a Sunday night?
What, the one against the Lions?
No, the one against the Jets.
That's a Thursday night.
Thursday night. Then they turn right around to play a Monday night.
No, that's a Sunday night.
Sunday night.
That's a Sunday night, and that's going to be a tough one against the Lions. I could see that one. Right now, I'll lean towards an L with that one right there. I think the Lions beat them because the Lions played really well on the road last year.
Let me see. I can actually see if Vegas has a line for that game. Just have an idea, like, where their heads at. But
dude, that bye is brutal. Week 14 bye.
Oh yeah, well that's gonna be it's gonna be more the beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, and then I see after the Lions they play Dallas on Monday Night Football. That's a loss right there because Dallas is a completely different team at home than what they are on the road.
And the thing that no one talks about is it's a contract year for Dak.
Exactly. And it's the first meeting between Stroud and Dak.
Yeah.
Okay, then they play the Titans next.
Dude, the Titans.
That's a win.
I gotta see what Levis does, because if Will Levis plays up to how he played in Kentucky, that's gonna be a scary fucking team.
Yeah, but I just think Houston has too much firepower across the board for Tennessee, and I think Houston would win that one.
But you know what? The one thing that's terrifying about that is, okay, how do you stop King Henry?
Too bad he's not there anymore. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
Where does Houston enter the bye?
Where did he go?
Baltimore.
Oh, that's even better.
Don't know shit.
What'd you say, Chris?
So what does Houston enter the bye at? Like, what's the record going into week 14?
Let me pull this up real quick. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 wins right now. We're at Jacksonville, so then they go. So they would probably be
7-3.
7-3, 6-4.
Yeah, I say 7-3. Then I think they get their revenge on Jacksonville.
Yeah, and that's a brutal stretch after the bye.
Yeah,
My
they
God.
look. I think they get their revenge on Jacksonville. I think they can beat up on Miami because Miami struggles against good teams. This is where it gets tough right here. This 2-game stretch. You got to go to Kansas City, and then Baltimore comes to you. I think Kansas City beats them. And the game against Baltimore, Houston's going to be up for this one. They beat up on you in week 1, and then they're the reason why you were eliminated in the playoffs, in the divisional round. I think Houston beats Baltimore.
Houston. It's like Merry Christmas, Houston. You got to go to Kansas City. And is it going to be Saturday afternoon or it could be a Saturday night?
What? Christmas? It's 4:30.
12:22 at Kansas City. That's basically Christmas, so it's like a Saturday night.
Saturday morning. It's a 1:00 game at KC. Then they got Baltimore on Christmas Day at 4:30.
Not Christmas Day. They have Baltimore. They don't. It doesn't say. It says 12:29.
Well, I got it right here on ESPN. It's at KC on the 21st is a 1 p.m. game on NBC, and then versus Baltimore on Christmas Day at 4:30. Christian, what did you want? What game were we looking for? The Jets Houston?
Goddamn stupid asshole.
What happened?
What game were we looking for?
I'm gonna get a better schedule.
What to go to?
No, like the one that we were talking about, where they could be fucked up earlier. Was it the Jets? Was it the Jets?
No, I think they beat the Jets. I said I could see them losing. They have a tough 2-game stretch after the Jets where they play the Lions and they play Dallas.
So Vegas has the Jets favored right now as that game as the look ahead, and for where are you? Detroit, they have them favored
90
by 1
seconds.
They have them favored at 1.5 for Detroit. The Detroit game.
Yeah.
So pretty much it's all coin flip games when it comes to the Jets in Detroit. What do they got for Dallas? Dallas 2-point favorite.
Wednesday night.
Yeah, the schedule around Thanksgiving and Black Friday, that whole thing, like once you hit December,
60 seconds.
it got all fucked up. Because they had to have a game on Christmas this year. They'd have 3 games on Christmas. But, alright, so with that being said, though, the over-under for Houston, though, is 9.5. So we had them entering the bye at week 14, 7 wins. They need to find 3 to 4 more wins coming out of that bye. Do they find it, is the question.
Yeah.
I think... Is it bad to say I don't think they find
10
it?
seconds.
Is it bad that I don't see them winning 3 to 4 games? That I see them winning only Houston coming out of that bye.
I don't know. I think they're going to be pretty good this year.
But remember, in the South, though, 8 wins the South for the most part. Because they beat the shit out of each other. Like, look at 2 years ago where Tennessee, Jacksonville, and Indy, it was 9-8-8. And Houston had 7 wins and they were still in the running.
Yeah.
Like, this game, this is always a tight division.
Yeah.
I can see them winning 9 games at most. They'll hit the under. They could still win the division, but I see them beating out of the bye. They have to play Tennessee twice. And
yeah, but Yeah. I think this team is good for 11 to 12 wins.
All right, so I'm gonna say just under. I'm gonna say 9 wins. Christian, you're gonna go under. You're gonna go over.
Yeah.
All right. Ryan.
What's your over under?
9.5. Ryan, what are you taking? Oh, he's on mute. There he is. Ryan, you there?
Yeah, under.
Under. All right, John.
Oh, I'll say over.
Okay. Chris.
I like 9. I don't like 10. I'm gonna go under.
All right. All right. Next, we go to Jacksonville, whose over-under is 8.5. Again, we've talked about the whole stuff with Indy. This is in my opinion, probably looking at it's going to be a redemption tour for Trevor Lawrence. Pretty much looking at them and go, "Hey, did you forget about me?"
To be honest, I haven't really been sold on him since he came into the NFL. I personally think he got paid for what he did at Clemson.
I think, though, the problem is look who his coach was his first year.
Yeah, that's true.
So did his rookie year really get a fair shake? Then the next year then the second year he wins the division.
Yeah, because they had a head coach who everyone wanted to play for. None of those guys wanted to play for Urban Meyer. That one season, it was a soap opera. It was a major distraction.
So I can see them, especially with the fact that last year they didn't really have that big of a season. They were did they finish? They finished second at 9-8, and their over under this year is 8.5. I see they got teams like Vegas. They have Minnesota. Probably though the bad part is they're probably going to catch Minnesota when they're switching quarterbacks this year. That year. Or at that point, because they play them November 10th. Bo Nix is it Bo? Bo no. McCarthy is gonna probably be under center.
Yeah.
At that time, so it's a good thing. I mean, granted, they catch a lot of teams early and late, but I can see this team still driving forward. I can see this team tying with Houston with 9 wins. That'll put them at the over.
I can see it.
But the question is who would own the tiebreaker? That's going to be the $1 million question.
Yeah, I mean, look, week 1, they go to Miami.
Yep.
That might be tough, but I think Miami gets them in that one, but maybe I say by a field goal.
I can see that. I mean, I think
week
that game
2.
Yeah.
Week 2, I think they beat Cleveland.
Yeah, I agree with that. Buffalo, who knows?
They beat Buffalo. They beat Buffalo because they always play Buffalo tough.
Yep.
Because it's a physical style of football that they establish. Like I just said, week 4, Houston. I think they beat Houston in Houston. Week 5, they dominated the Colts in Jacksonville, and that continues.
I thought it was the opposite way. I thought Indy always beat them in Jacksonville.
No, Jacksonville always beat them in Indy.
That's right.
Yeah, then the game against the Bears, I think this is one of the international games. I think they beat the Bears.
Yep.
New England.
They turn into the London Silly Nannies.
Yeah, they beat New England.
I agree.
Green Bay is going to be tough, but
it's home.
I think Green Bay beats them.
I think that game is going to be that's a field goal game.
Yeah, I agree. Then they go to Philly. So this is Doug Peterson going back to Philly for the first time, and that's a Sunday night game. Philly wins that one.
Yeah, they have nothing to stop Saquon.
Yeah. They beat Jacksonville. They lose to the Lions.
Well, they have. You mean they beat Minnesota?
Yeah, they beat Minnesota.
You said Jacksonville.
And they lose. My bad.
Yeah, that's
Shut up. Shut up. They beat Minnesota and then they lose to the Lions. I think if the Lions game were in Jacksonville, I'd probably be leaning toward the Jaguars in that one.
And then they could
Dang.
split with Houston.
Houston, this is where I think Houston beats Jacksonville.
So then you would have Houston winning the division.
Bingo. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
beat
can,
Tennessee.
and I can see that. Like I said, that's why I have them at 9 wins. But the question is those 2 games that they play against each other are the biggest, are very important.
Right. Then they play Tennessee. Then the Jets. I think they beat the Jets.
It's home.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see how that defense looks. Go the Jets.
I think
for the
they beat the
defense.
Jets. The Raiders could be a trap game. But I think they do enough to beat the Raiders.
Dave breaks a couple furnitures from IKEA.
Yeah, probably. They beat Tennessee again, and then they beat the Colts. I think Jacksonville wins about 9 games, but I think they're going to be on the outside looking in of the playoff picture because the AFC is stacked.
Yeah, I agree with that. Ryan. Or Raider Dave, someone. Did he drop out? Yeah, he got kicked. Huh.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone.
All right.
But he sounded tired, so he might have just left too.
John, what are you taking?
This is who again?
Jacksonville.
What's he over under?
8.5.
He'll go over it.
Wait, 9.5 for Jacksonville?
8.5.
Yeah, they're going under. I'm sorry. There is always one team. I don't even know if they. The thing is, like, I think Houston probably wins the division because they have the defense.
Yeah. Well,
So it's either Indianapolis or Tennessee's gonna fall, or Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville may fall.
okay. And Ryan did have to bounce. I'll get his over-unders in a little bit. He's going to send them to me. But next is, and we only got about 20 minutes left, so we should muscle through this real quick. Well, actually, that shouldn't be too hard. Indy is the only thing, and then Tennessee's just going to suck this year. But Indianapolis, 8.5 is their over-under. Indy, it's the sophomore/rookie year of Richardson.
Anthony Richardson.
Yep. Let's see what that happens. You have a happy Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. But coming into that defense, though, the draft is what got Indianapolis over. Latu coming off the edge is big. Them picking up a guy like Jalen Simpson for safety from Auburn. Yeah. Indy has an 8.5. Is 8.5. But the problem is they play teams like Pittsburgh to open up the year. Chicago, that's a laughable game. And Green Bay to open the year. They open the season with Houston, but week 3 is Chicago.
Yeah, I see them losing to Houston in week 1. And I see them losing to Green Bay in week 2. I think they could beat the Bears. They beat the Steelers last year, but I think this is going to be a more motivated Steelers team. I think the Steelers beat them.
Well, also at that time, who's your quarterback? Is it still Mr. Unlimited, or do they go to Justin Fields?
Oh, it's still Russell Wilson.
What was that?
Oh, Russell, last name Wilson.
Mr. Unlimited.
There you go.
Mr. Unlimited.
You better be respectful.
Listen. He's gonna soon be having a 1-2 step his way out of Pittsburgh.
I'm gonna shoot you.
Because it's. I don't think he's the answer. I really don't. I think Justin Fields, surprisingly, might be the quarterback they need in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you never know. That I see Indy plays Jacksonville. That's a loss. They beat the Titans. I think they upset the Colts. I mean the Dolphins after the Titans because you just never know what version of the Dolphins is gonna show up.
That's home. The problem is they're sandwiched between that and then the next game is Houston.
Yeah, which I think they lose. And then look, they're gonna go into the game in Minnesota pissed off because you remember what happened the last time they were in Minnesota.
Yep.
They blew a 33-0 lead.
Yeah,
that's when I think they win. Then they welcome Josh Allen and company to town, which I think is a loss.
And they're going to be looking ahead to the Jets.
Yeah, and I think the Jets beat them in this one. Then I think the Lions beat the Colts. Colts and Patriots. Well, look, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady ain't walking through that door. Remember, we used to be so excited for these matchups.
Hell, Peyton Manning ain't walking to the door the next week.
Yeah. I actually think New England beats Indy. Because I think that game is gonna be a dogfight. It's gonna be a line of scrimmage showdown.
Well,
run the football.
What's gonna be nice about that is Drake May has had time to settle in.
Right, and maybe Anthony Richardson will be as well.
Yeah, that might be that you might start seeing the young guns of two franchises that we see for the next 10 years.
I agree. And then you got the Peyton Manning Bowl here in Indianapolis and Denver.
Denver's gonna suck.
I think Indy beats them, and then I think they beat the Tennessee Titans. The Giants.
They might give up. The Giants by this point might start benching everybody and hope God they can find a fucking quarterback. They might start tanking by then.
Yeah, and then I think Jacksonville beats Indy, so I can see Indy winning 8 games.
Yeah, I have them going under 8.5, but it's eight wins. John?
What team is this now?
The Colts.
What's the over under is what?
8.5.
Under.
Chris, what do you got?
I have a feeling the Colts bounce back, but I don't see them winning more than 8.
All right, so you have the under. And
yeah, under.
All right, so I got Ryan's picks, and he has Jacksonville over. He has Indy over. And the last team, the Tennessee Titans, he has under 6.5.
I do too. I think this is going to be a rebuilding year.
I think Will Levis takes a step forward.
Yeah, but we get to see what else they could potentially add around Will Levis. This offense is going to be built around DeAndre Hopkins. They do have Tony Pollard, but I just don't see them winning many games this year.
Chris, you were saying earlier how you saw a team this year going belly up and being the shit team. That's this team.
Yeah.
That is this team in a
yeah,
nutshell.
I have a feeling because I don't know about Will Levis. Will Levis, is the only thing they really have now. That's it.
Levis right now is in a lot of hot water for his quote-unquote leaked video that came out.
Oh, God, what did he say?
Oh, no, not what he said. It's who he did.
What did he do?
It's not what he did. It's who he did. He did his ex-girlfriend on video. Will Levitt's got an OnlyFans, apparently.
What? Oh, boy. Okay.
Yeah, he pulling a McAfee.
Let's see here. Yeah, Tennessee's gonna be the bottom feeder in this division.
By the way, they did
Like-
nothing in the fucking draft.
Yeah, they did dick in the draft. They were terrible. Well, they're still reeling from the A.J. Brown problem when they let him go. Thank you, by the way, Tennessee. You know, we just took the best wide receiver and just made him great. So, yeah, thank you. Go away, Titans. Have fun with that Mayo boy.
Uh,
Yeah, they're going under.
yeah. This is a rebuilding year. It's fine. John, what do you got?
Under.
Under? Yeah, and that's the South. Next week we will do the NFC South, which would be a shit ton of fun because we're gonna talk about we get to talk about freaking oh god damn it, Atlanta's quarterback Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins, yep.
Oh, Kirko and Michael Penix.
Yep. It's and the shitty what's it called? The shitty Saints.
Oh yeah, the Saints. Yeah.
But all right, is there anything else we want to dive into before we close up shop?
I got nothing.
CFL.
Oh, you know what? Let me pull that up. I will pull those games up real quick so we can do those bets, and then we will call it quits. John, if
Bring
you're,
it up
I was
right
gonna say, if
now.
you're tired, if you want to bounce, you can bounce.
Yeah, I'm out. Yeah, just I'm the Zombie Master on Twitter, so you can follow me there. So I'm out, guys.
All right, man.
Later.
So, all right. CFL for this week. The Toronto Argonauts.
Yeah, Ronnie, I'm out of
You
here.
gonna bounce? All right.
Yeah, all right.
See ya.
Thank God. It looks like we're on a bye. Holy shit. Thank fucking Lord.
All right. So the Argos take on the Alouettes. Alouettes are 6.5 point. They're minus 335 to win the game. The over under is 50. Yeah, the Alouettes are beating the Argos.
It's been a brutal week.
So who are you
Let's
taking?
see.
Argos or Alouettes?
Whoa. Toronto, Montreal, I'm taking the Alouettes. Alouettes, easy. The Alouettes like one of the best teams in the damn division, all of a sudden.
Yeah. All right.
The
Next.
league, actually.
Yeah. So, all right. Next, we have Calgary Stampeders versus the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. The Blue Bombers are favorites by minus 2.25. The over-under is 47. That's funny that you think the Blue Bombers are actually going to win at home. Give me Calgary.
Where's this at? Hold on.
Winnipeg.
Ooh. Hmm.
Give me Calgary.
The Bombers. Let me see. Ah! Wait, wrong one. There it is. Where is it? All right, now, yeah, I just pulled up our horrible fucking. The Stamps at Winnipeg. That's like a battle of yesteryear. I'm gonna go with the Bombers. They gotta pull it out.
All right. Saskatchewan, the Rough Riders take on the BC Lions. The Lions are favored by a lot. The Lions are, yeah. And now the Ottawa
Saskatchewan's good, but they're not Memorial Stadium, so give me the BC.
No. All right. And final game, Sunday night, the Red Blacks take on the Elks. The Elks are favored by pretty much 2-1, minus 200. Give me the Red Blacks. Elks have been awful this year.
Dude, the Elks and the Ticats are gonna have the toilet bowl of Canadian football.
Yeah, give me the Red Blacks.
Yeah, I'm taking the Red Blacks.
And that's Canadian. That's the CFL for the week.
Dude, I'm trying to. Oh, there it is. July 28th, the toilet bowl.
Oh God.
Hamilton at Edmonton. Oh,
All right. But with that being
Well, what I'm wondering is, will we win a game before that?
I mean, that's a.
No. I say no. Because we have to host the Argos. Ugh.
But all right. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to our show. If you like what you heard, follow us on all social media accounts under the Nerdport Network. Follow us individually on Twitter at Ethan Ronnie.
Oh, Chips NXT. Welcome back, mommy. There we go.
If Dirty
I
Dom
had to
don't,
say
if
that.
Dirty Dom don't bring the roses, we have a mistake.
Dude, Dirty Dom is in the doghouse right now.
Dude,
Kidding me?
dude, it's so Eddie in China. If Dominic does not come back with roses, this is a missed opportunity.
The funny thing is, Damien was like, he gave him chance after chance. Like, hey, he talked to Rhea. Like, yeah, totally did. And Damien's like, no, you didn't, because I did. What the fuck? When he caught him in that lie last week, I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, it didn't seem too hard. It looks very hard right there.
Yeah, that's not cool.
God damn it, Carlito.
So if they split up and it's three, who do you think the third is? Because I think the third will be Jada McDonough.
Oh,
Go with Rhea and Damien. The reason why is because he's been nothing but faithful on Twitter, and even like when Dom was having thing, he's like, "What are you doing? No, we can't do that." And then the finger wag, like, no.
But yes, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show. Like I said, if you like what you heard, follow us on social media accounts. If you like what you heard, tell your friends. If you didn't like what you heard, tell your enemies. But always remember them three things. There's always Bobby Bonilla will be getting paid, Shohei Ohtani will be getting paid, and there is always a teachable moment in hell. If you don't believe us, then fuck you. It's just a fact of life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night.